Hey everyone, it's Tom here with thisonlineworld.com. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. So there's a saying that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income on average, and there's no denying that creating multiple streams of income and that sweet passive income is how a lot of people make a lot of money. But I think it can be pretty daunting to kind of get started, especially if you're younger and you're just getting out of school and you're kind of getting your life together. So in this video, I'm covering how I created 6 different income streams by the age of 25, how much each one of them makes, and some tips you can use to also create multiple streams of income without any experience. At the end of the video, I'm also sharing some of the worst advice I've heard on this topic and some major mistakes I've made along the way, so hopefully there's a valuable lesson in there for someone, and let's get to it. And so really the first and largest income stream I've built over the years is thisonlineworld.com, so my blog. So I started the blog actually way back in January 2018, and at the time it was kind of just this little corner of the internet where I'd write things about phone farming or ways to make money online or whatever side hustle I was trying at the time. And I know it took a long time, and in my first year it made $1,700, so it took 12 months to make $1,700. It was not a hit. But over the last 5 years of just chipping away at it and learning, it's grown into a pretty sizable blog. It reaches about 300,000 plus monthly readers, and there are 3 main ways the blog makes money. So the first is Mediavine ads. So these are the ads people see when they come to the site and they read content, and that makes between $8,000 and $12,000 per month. The second stream on the blog is affiliate income, so I recommend products and services. If people convert, I get paid, and that makes anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per month, really depending on conversion rates and a bit of luck. And then the third income stream is brand deals, and this is a newer one, and I've really scratched the surface with it. I haven't really done that much, and I maybe make like $500 once in a blue moon, maybe $1,000. It's only happened, I think, 3 times this year. Getting a sponsored post on the blog or some kind of brand deal. Now, of course, the blog has plenty of operational expenses. There are 5 people who write for the site. There's hosting, there's some software as well. So I'll break that down at the end of the year in my blogging income recap. But for all intents and purposes, the blog makes about, anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 plus per month. And then there's a bunch of expenses. Now, the blog took a very long time to get here. Like I mentioned, in the first year, it made $1,700, and in its 4th year, it made $92,000. So it's kind of been, slowly inching its way up. Every year, it grows a little bit, and that is basically number 1 in the main income stream that I've spent the last 5 years building. All right, and so my second income stream is just my day job. So I was actually a freelance writer for the last 2.5, 3 years, and I honestly got approached by a client I was writing for, and they said, hey, do you want to write for us full time? And I thought I would give it a try. So the company I work for is called XL Media, and the site I write for is called investorjunkie.com. It's been a pretty weird shift from freelance to full time, but I kind of wanted to, have vacation again and some benefits. It's a really cool team. Some of my friends are on that team, so I wanted to try working with them as well. And now my actual job title is called commercial writer. I'm not going to share the exact salary, but I'm going to put a picture up on the screen that kind of shows the range you might expect as a commercial writer in, a US company. And so you can see there's actually quite a range, and from interviews I've had with other writing jobs, there is honestly a very wide range in pay, but the higher end is quite nice. Lower end is still really good. So writing is, one of my favorite side hustles, and I think it's a pretty cool career path. But yeah, this is basically my main active income. So it's my 8 to 5 p.m. kind of job. It's what I'm writing content about or making videos for them now and things like that. So that's my second income stream, and by far where I spend the most time. All right, so my third income stream is YouTube. So I started this channel back in about 2020, and it was really a way for me to kind of cross promote This Online World and to branch out onto a new platform. Since then, it's grown to over 15,000 subscribers. So guys, thank you for the support and for watching and the comments. I try and read and respond to as many comments as I can, and it is pretty crazy how the channel has grown. I'm really appreciative of that fact. And so in terms of an income stream, YouTube's kind of been a slow play, but it's making about $40 to $50 in AdSense revenue per day right now. So about, $1,400 to $1,500. And YouTube is not passive by any means. I'm never going to call it a passive income stream, but I have a video editor who helps out now. And so it's kind of turned into this like semi-passive income source. And that's why I think YouTube is really cool. All right, and my 4th income stream is just good old fashioned dividend stocks and ETFs. And I'm not a crazy trader or swing trader or day trader or anything like that. I pretty much dollar cost average my way into the market, in a tax-free savings account and a cash investment account. And I keep things really simple, like Vanguard ETFs, some bank stocks, some energy stocks that pay dividends, things like that. Like I'm not really like a stock picking guy. I just don't really have the time or interest necessarily to research individual companies. And so the end result is just a bit of dividend income, like a couple $100s per year. Again, nothing crazy, but I really like this idea as an income stream for people because it's one of the easiest ones to start. You can open an online brokerage, pretty much anywhere, start trading stocks and ETFs commission free, and build a, growth / dividend portfolio without any experience. Okay, and the 5th income stream I'm going to call crypto and random stuff, and this one's actually tanking. Like I wanted to include it in this video because it's one I started trying to build this year and it went horribly wrong, so I thought I'd share. But basically I bought some Bitcoin and Ethereum at like the worst point. I put $5,000 into crypto. I think I'm down like 60%, and I have like $500 of Cardano sitting on Nexo where it earns a little bit of interest, but this whole thing has been an absolute travesty. I'm making no money. I'm I'm losing money in crypto. I'm done with crypto for the time being, but I wanted to include it because I feel like a lot of people probably have these little like random side projects. And even if that's taking some money and putting it in a really good online savings account that pays 3, 4, 5% APY like you can find in the United States right now, that could be a little tiny income stream, or where you hold your emergency fund. Maybe you are trying crypto staking or something like that, or some kind of more creative out of the box thing. So this is my like 5th little bucket. It's going terribly. It's just leaking all the money. It's an awful one, but I wanted to include it in this video because hopefully I can turn it around. And if I spend more time in crypto, I might make a video on that. But for now, it's absolutely tanking. RIP. All right, and the 6th and final income stream is another niche blog I've spent the last 2 years kind of building. And so this blog is much different than thisonlineworld.com. It's actually in the male, like lifestyle development dating niche. I started it about 2 years ago, but I only started putting effort into it really about a year ago. So it's in Mediavine now. It makes about $700 per month in ad revenue from Mediavine, and then maybe $150 to $200 on a good month from Amazon affiliate income. So it's more of a hybrid site, a lot of affiliate products, a lot of things men could buy. Talks about dating apps a lot, talks about, different games people can play. It's kind of a weird site. I like it though, and I might make more videos on the process of scaling that niche site up in revenue if you guys are curious about that. But that's my 6th and final income stream, and it's probably the one with the most growth opportunity right now, and where I'm going to spend more time next year. All right, so those are my 6 different streams of income, and now that I've covered them, I kind of want to cover some of the advice I've heard about building multiple streams of income, some really valuable lessons I've learned, and some awful mistakes I really think people should avoid. And so I'm just going to start out by tackling what I think is the worst piece of advice people give on this subject, and it was something, a mistake I was making as well for over a year, and that is to not solidify your active income before branching out into new income streams. So a lot of the advice out there is always talking about building passive income, starting side hustles, diversifying income. But if your active income source where you spend 8+ hours a day isn't at its full potential, I think it's a mistake to jump from that ship, before it's actually sailing and doing its thing. I did this exact thing when I graduated college. I had a psych degree. I got a $45,000 per year job at a marketing agency. It paid a little bit of commission, and that was my day job. That was where I was spending 8 or 9 hours. There was a lot of nights I had to work as well. I worked weekends too. So there was a lot of active time going into this job, and don't get me wrong, for a psych grad, that was great pay, but the job wasn't paying as much as other jobs in that field, or even, different industries. And so at the time, I remember trying all of these different side hustles like Etsy POD, writing on hub pages, Amazon affiliate sites about headphones, and none of these side hustles were going well. And I was spending all of this extra time on these things, but my active income wasn't really as high as it could have been. And so I think the first question to ask yourself is, what's better for your current situation? Branching into these multiple streams of income, or maybe spending more time on career building, sprucing up your resume, learning more marketable skills, kind of hitting the job market and trying to job hop. I mean, if you job hop somewhere and you all of a sudden have a $5,000 to $10,000 raise or even more, I think that's a lot more impactful to your life, and also immediate impact, than trying a side hustle that might or might not work. And again, you can learn so many skills on the internet for free or very cheap on websites like Udemy or Skillshare, or just good old-fashioned YouTube. You can take certificate programs at a local college, or again, online for free. So there's a lot of ways to kind of spend time on your career and career building, and then job hopping a bunch. And I think for young people, that might be the fastest way to really increase your actual income. But anyways, tip number 2 on building multiple streams of income is to start diversifying on things that are complementary to your active income. So once you actually establish that, solid base of income, your active income is going really, really well, it's scaling, it's, reaching its potential perhaps, I think that is a good time to start creating that second stream or third stream of income. But I think it helps if it's complementary to what you're already doing. So for me, I was working at the digital marketing agency. I was learning a lot about SEO and affiliate marketing and paid ads. I had my blog from college, This Online World, that was kind of, on the side. I was chipping away at it. And so I just doubled down on that. I didn't get into drop shipping or Amazon FBA or print on demand in the end, because really the skills I was learning at my day job and using every day were super complementary to blogging. It really helped accelerate my learning there, and so I applied that to a new income stream. And so there's probably skills you can take from your day job or your experience that you could apply to a side hustle. It could be freelancing, consulting, some online business of sorts. There's some way you can take what you already know and use it as a complementary skill set for the new side hustle or income stream you're starting. All right, and tip number 3 that I found really helpful in creating different income streams was to kind of set these yearly goals, but to have monthly milestones. And so this is kind of just like a scheduling and roadmap thing that I found really helpful. But I remember when I was blogging back in 2018, I had read these Mediavine income reports, and I knew Mediavine was the key. I knew once I got into Mediavine, my blog would be making passive income. I could reinvest into the blog and scale it. And that's exactly what happened. But I didn't know how to get into Mediavine. It needed At the time, 25,000 monthly readers, now it's 50,000, and that just seemed like such a big number. I was at about 10,000 readers per month, and I had no idea how to get there. And so I set that yearly goal of getting into Mediavine, but then I set little monthly goals, and I realized my publishing schedule wasn't high enough, so I committed to publishing like 15 posts a month. I really started grinding that out. I set monthly traffic goals, grow 10% month over month kind of thing. And after about 6 to 8 months of grinding in my second year of blogging, I think, I got into Mediavine and the ads were on my site by that December. So really, when creating these different income streams, have that North Star, still know exactly what you're going for, but maybe chunk it into quarterly or monthly kind of mini goals that you try and accomplish first. Honestly, guys, I know this is a pretty different video than I normally make on the channel, but I've seen a lot of creators make these kinds of videos where they share a little bit more about their income streams or the different businesses they're working on and things like that. And I have to say, there are some crazy successful people out there. I was watching a few of these videos, guys running 3 different e-commerce businesses making $1 million from drop shipping, or people with $1 million investment portfolios, and I thought it was really cool, so I thought I'd make my own little version. And honestly, this is a pretty, I think, realistic version, someone who just has a day job and maybe 1 or 2 little side things going on, and they invest a little bit on the side and then they tank their crypto portfolio. That seems pretty standard. So hopefully some of the ideas in this video at least stand out to you, or some of the tips do. And again, I think the overarching one is maximize your active income first and then branch out. And honestly, if you go with that game plan, I think within a year or 2, it's pretty realistic to have a couple of income streams under your belt. Anyways, guys, that does it for this one. If there's an income stream you're building right now, or there's some kind of passive income idea you're testing out, I'd love to know about it down below in the comments as well, so we can chat about it. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and the support recently, it honestly really meant a lot. And I'm excited to get more YouTube videos out. I'm trying to do it faster, and so I'm gonna try my best here. But anyways, guys, that does it for this one. I hope you all have a fantastic day. And as always, don't forget to check out thisonlineworld.com for more unique ways to make and save money. I'll catch you guys in the next one.